Hello, I am the Convolutional Neural Gamer, and this is AI War. So, we're just about to colonize Zilada and find out what the Exodian Blade is. So, let's get this transport here, has our colony ship rushing to the rescue. Of course, once I build the base here, I will immediately... once I build the base here, all these transports will immediately heal themselves, which will be very nice. Well, immediately. By immediately, I really mean like when they will heal themselves when it is done. I believe. I don't think they heal themselves until the command station is actually complete, which is slightly less good. But anyway, they can just sit here and defend the command station. I've put it a little closer. It's not my usual strategy, but it's just in response to what I've been noticing here, where the AI is coming out of these far wormholes and going all the way up here, which means that by the time it's at its 30-second retreat time, it's not even really in my gun range. So, because most of my guns are much shorter range, so I've decided instead to put everything in range of the military orbital command station this time, and hopefully that'll mean the AI gets a little bit closer and actually fights a few more of my guns, even if it means sacrificing a little bit of attrition, since they won't take quite as much damage from my snipers before they are in range of my command station. So I'll see how that works out, particularly on a planet that's like this kind of planet where there's nothing useful here. I don't need I can just rebuild the command station if it dies, so it's not a big deal. Really, this kind of planet should be just for just blocking out enemy attacks and eating damage, while command stations, the home command station, I just want to do everything that's possible to prevent the AI from killing this. So I just design my defense to make it best that way. But that said, in this case, I have to find my defense so everything shoots at the same time, which is actually probably the best defense in terms of damage. But it's only really possible because these two wormholes happen to be so close together a lot of the time. Like here, there's no way. These wormholes are ages away from each other. So, the Exodian Blade, let's see. Also, something a little odd, interesting, to note is you get a little bit, like your cap, you can see here, your cap of metal increases based on your the number of command stations you have, so I've just gotten a little bit higher cap than I had before. It's not a big effect because most of it you get sort of by default, or it stores up to 90,000 metal. It depends on, different command stations give you different storage, so if we go to... Oh no, I think I might be able to. I thought there was a way to see from here. No. Anyway, it doesn't. Oh yeah, I can look from the site. It's lab at least. If we go to the economy tab, you can see this one can store up to 300,000. So that's a bit more substantial. 180,000 here. But most of it, does it actually come from? Yeah, most of it is your home command station's 2 million metal allowance, which is enormous. So I just need to leave this to do its thing, because I'm not going to be able to build any defenses here until I've done that. However, Exodian Blade revealed. So let's pause this. Oh, and look at this. What's this look like? That's not very big. I was kind of expecting it to be ginormous. I don't know. I don't have any ships nearby it. Maybe I should send a transport over. Yeah, send a transport over. See what it says. See how big it actually is. I kind of was expecting it to, look big. Yeah, it's about the same size as the transport, so not huge. Okay, Exodian Blade revealed. So, Commander, it was really there all along, whatever it is. One of our xenoarchaeologists identified the object's shape from records of ancient Spire mythology. The name of that entity doesn't translate directly, but a little poetic license yields the Exodian Blade. Perhaps this is the same entity, perhaps it is not. Either way, it has sent a message. In English, mind you, no translation necessary. Perhaps it has been watching us closely. I'm not sure I'll ever adjust to the idea of crystalline structures that communicate, but that is the least of our worries. Message follows. So, at last I am found, for good or ill. I see that my brother has already wrought his will, mostly. Those who cast us out were strong, and their servants remain so. Already I see that you will never trust me. That is wise, but we have need of each other, and I see I must explain the past if we are to forge a future. In the deep past, I and one other were exiled to your galaxy for, it does not yet matter, but without means of travelling the stars, our solitude was long. It was not unpleasant, for our kind is given to contemplation, but my brother never released himself from bitterness towards our judge. Not long ago, we were finally found by your kind. My brother saw a chance, and I saw that his aspiration was an abomination. But his mind assaulted mine, and when I again saw, I saw that I was alone. Still, by our long companionship, I saw what he saw. The ones you call Artane and Langstrom studied him, and he allowed them to see some part of his power. For our song can fly far, and nothing impedes it. So these sons of rival powers saw a means to truly control their machines of war. In all this, my brother gave no hint that he was a reasoning being. Only after Artane had departed did he so reveal, and that at least in part unwillingly, for he saw that the servant of Kirsun was easier to bend, since he already bore the load of his emperor's vision. So my brother spoke to the Duke of Greenhaven, and almost his plan was undone, for Langstrom had vision uncommon in your kind. But ultimately my brother deceived Langstrom into thinking him of noble purpose, and this man of knowledge built around my brother a great machine. So now you're telling us you are of noble purpose, I assume. Even then my brother was restrained by the precautions of his liberator, but then the seeds he had sown with the servants of Kirsun bore fruit. Artane returned, and stole my brother away from the wise one. And then my brother spoke to the one more pliable. Not even Artane would not remove all barriers to his full use of the machine. What he lacked of wisdom he had in cunning, and did not agree with those who insisted Kirsun must use this core as a weapon. But there were fools more easily swayed, and they took my brother and fled. By their folly and ignorance did he finally regain the ability to walk among the stars, and so he left them. I know only what he saw, but the pursuit was prompt. Those who had freed him were swiftly dispatched by some servants he crafted, but Artane was close behind. Ultimately my brother eluded him, and Artane was waylaid by human foes. But he must have swallowed his pride to warn Langstrom, for Langstrom reached what you call the Pyletzan conduit shortly after my brother. My brother sought to open it from the outpost left there by the servants of my own people. It was long abandoned, save by some of your own kind brought there as labour in ancient days, and they could not stand against him. When Langstrom arrived, my brother had already reached the control centre. Greenhaven's men fought well, but they could not stop the opening of the gate. And then my brother sent that message you saw, and was gone beyond my sight. What happened when he met the servants of my people, long since become their own people, for whom you call the Spire, I do not know. I do not think he revealed his true nature, and they saw only a machine. Something must have happened to him, something he did not expect. He would not have sent his fury upon your people, but he did. The servants were undoubtedly his, but the song utterly different. Could the machine have changed him so? No. Perhaps there is an explanation, but I shudder to think that... Enough, human. Your own situation is dire, and the details of the past are of lesser relevance. I can deliver you from the fury of my brother, if you will aid me. If your engineers bring me the metal, I can restore myself. Also give me the energy to operate, and I will obey your commands. But do not do this lightly. My brother will see, and he will try to crush us both. I can head the charge upon your foe, but be sure you are ready to lead that charge very soon after my restoration. Or you may choose to leave me be. That might be the choice I made, were our positions reversed. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, go. Okay, that's a very big number there. 200 million metal. Right. Must be repaired. 500,000 energy to come online. Well, that's interesting. 27 million health is certainly solid. Anyway, so that story thing was a little convoluted in the wording, perhaps, but I'm getting the vague impression that it's saying that there was his brother was another one like this that was studied in order to get the technology to make the AI, and then he was the one who actually started using AI for purposes other than our own, but he doesn't think that it was the AI, like this one doesn't think that it was it was his brother that chose to turn the AI on us, on the humans. So, left a bunch still unexplained there, but okay. Saying there was some alien interference involved in everything going wrong. Resists 89% of implosion damage. That's an interesting one. I don't know if I've ever seen that modifier before. Snipers, fusion, minor elective, attack boost, armor boosts, attrition, activation, reclamation, scrap, powerless, transport, swallow, force field, nuclear explosion, being insta-killed, EMPs, and translocation. That's a solid set. It's always nice when they have immune to gravity, but looks like that's not going to be something for this one, though. Given it's got no guns currently or anything, I guess it's going to change when I actually build this thing up. I wonder if they can kill it now. Like, am I going to have this random ship that I have to defend, sitting in an awkward-ass position over here? Sure hope not. It's not cloaked or anything. Well, I guess it gives me a spare place to spend all my excess metal. But it's going to be a while before I can turn that thing on. 500,000. That's actually a real... yeah. To get that operational, I may actually have to not build things deliberately. I probably want to find a, Zenith, power plant somewhere. Zenith power generator. I'm gonna need it. And I should start repairing him. So we go exile mode now. Doesn't show anything. It should show that he's here. Okay. So I'm going to have to take more planets, explore more, and sort of play the game normally for a while, I guess. I'll be a smidgen disappointed if it's just a tiny bit of lore and, you know, the Exodian Blade is just a tiny bit of lore like that, and then you get a really powerful ship for the end game. Now, I'll probably repair it up, and then, and then I'll basically, I think what I want to do is I'll activate this as soon as I possibly can, with a save before I activate it, in order to learn what its mechanics are and what's gonna be sent against me when I do activate it, and then I'll have to replan what I do. Oh, there is a Zenith power generator right here. Okay, that's something to consider. Does it? It doesn't have a core shield generator on it. I don't like taking planets that I don't have to. Ugh. These Mark IVs, but they're less useful right now. Sentinel Frigate Fabricator. That'd be a good hack. How much does it cost? I can't see how much hacking costs without a hacker. Can I? What can I? No, it doesn't. Oh, yes. Hacking progress cost of next Fabricator hack, 30. That might be doable. I could hack that and get Sentinel Frigates Mark 5, which would be quite useful. Should probably clean up this planet now that I can have transports easily down here, and I can damage a bunch of stuff here, give me a view down here. What's this backup for? Say somewhere, doesn't it? Yeah, there it is. Polarizer. I just wasn't actually hovering over it. Okay. Polarizer is completely uninteresting. Well, time to make strategic decisions. I think my first step is just to get a bit more scouting information, because I don't like. I kind of want these, but I don't really want them, now. Oh, this one should be marked as a PI as well, and so should this one, because another Starship Fabricator. Does Troop Accelerator, is that captured on planet ownership change, or is it? Two times AI reinforcement. Oh, okay, I was getting mixed up. I thought that was the speed booster one. Okay, so AI gets more reinforcements on this planet. And it's a warp gate. Yeah, I'm betting I would have to kill this if I wanted to take this planet, which means an extra 10 AI progress. There's no way I'm ever going to take this planet, basically. There's no chance. Not a chance. That would be... It's not worth 10 AI extra 10 AI progress. So this one's looking much more tempting. I get the Sentinel Frigates here by hacking it. LTF. I'm not quite sure what that's indicating. Oh, Lightning Torpedo Frigate. That's actually a unit I've never actually tried. So that would be interesting to see. This does have core shield. That doesn't have a core shield, does it? No, I didn't just miss it. Yep. Okay. Any more interesting fabricators before I do anything else? Take the fabricators. Nope, that's all. Yep. I'm going to start going ahead and scouting a bit more, because the more information I have, the better. Though these guys are actually going to have to hang around here. Probably shouldn't have been paused for all that period, given that I'm just going to have to sit here and wait for some stuff to build anyway. Oh well. Let's get a couple of extra engineers here. A couple of extra engineers. It's 5,000 a second. An extra engineer is probably more than adequate. Construction rate 1. Yes, that's fine. Because that's going to spend... One engineer will be capable of spending all my money on this, I think. If I understand correctly. Because it says 5,000 a second. Yep. Very much capable of spending all my money. So, let's just pour a bunch of money into that. Not too much money. Yeah. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. So, I've been the Convolution Real Gamer. This has been AI War. And I'll see you next time.